Princess Jasmine of the Luxarian Empire had never known hardship. Born into the most powerful dynasty in the Andromeda sector, she had spent her 23 cycles surrounded by crystalline palaces, anti-gravity gardens, and servants who anticipated her every whim before she could voice it. Her skin shimmered with the trademark bioluminescence of her species, unmarred and perfect, a testament to centuries of genetic refinement and medical perfection. War, to Jasmine, was something that happened on distant worlds to unfortunate species who lacked proper civilization. It was a concept discussed in hushed tones by advisors in her father's court, but never something that touched her directly. The Luxarian military fought their battles with drones and automated warships, keeping their precious citizens far from any actual danger. That ignorance shattered the day Kevin Reeves arrived at the Imperial Palace. The human ambassador was unlike any diplomat Jasmine had ever encountered, where Luxarian officials glided with practiced grace. Kevin walked with a slight limp, favoring his left leg. His face bore a jagged scar that ran from his temple down to his jaw, and his right hand, the one he extended in greeting, was clearly synthetic, though masterfully crafted. "Princess Jasmine," he said, his translator rendering his words in perfect High Luxarian. "It's an honor to represent Earth in these negotiations." Jasmine stared, unable to hide her shock. In Luxarian culture, such visible imperfections would have been corrected immediately. What happened to you?" The question escaped before her courtly training could stop it. Kevin's expression didn't change, but something flickered in his eyes. "War, Your Highness. The Krell conflict. 3 years ago. But why haven't you had them repaired?" Jasmine gestured vaguely at his scars. "Surely your medical technology could fix them." "Absolutely." Kevin's synthetic hand flexed unconsciously. "I chose not to." The concept was so alien to Jasmine that she struggled to comprehend it. Why would anyone choose to bear the marks of trauma? Over the following weeks, as Kevin remained at the palace to negotiate a trade agreement between Earth and Luxa, she found herself increasingly drawn to this puzzle of a human. One evening, she found him in the observation garden, staring out at the twin moons that illuminated the capital city below. His scarred face was cast in silver light, and for the first time, Jasmine saw something other than imperfection. She saw history, experience, survival. "May I join you?" she asked softly. Kevin turned, surprised but not unwelcoming. "Of course, Your Highness." They stood in silence for a moment before Jasmine's curiosity won out. "Tell me about the Krell conflict, please." Kevin's jaw tightened, but he nodded. "The Krell invaded the outer colonies without warning. They don't use drones or automated systems. They believe in personal combat. When they hit New Harmony, I was stationed there as a security officer." He paused, his synthetic hand gripping the railing. 3,000 colonists, mostly families, scientists, teachers, children. Jasmine felt her bioluminescence dim, an involuntary response to distress. "We held them off for 6 days, Kevin continued, his voice steady but distant. "No reinforcements were coming in time. We knew that, but every hour we held meant more evacuation ships could escape." He touched the scar on his face. "This was from a Krell blade on day 4. Lost my hand on day 5, pulling survivors from a collapsed building." "How many did you save?" Jasmine whispered. 2,437. Kevin's voice cracked slightly. "We lost the rest." For the first time in her sheltered life, Jasmine understood that war wasn't an abstract concept. It was personal, devastating, and utterly transforming. "The scars," she said slowly. "You keep them to remember." "I keep them to remember," Kevin corrected gently. "Every person who didn't make it off that colony is someone I failed. These scars remind me why I do what I do, why every negotiation matters, why every peace treaty I help broker might prevent another New Harmony." Jasmine looked down at her own flawless, glowing hands. She had never earned anything, never fought for anything, never truly understood what it meant to sacrifice. "We Luxarians have perfected our existence," she said quietly. "We've eliminated all suffering, all hardship. I thought that made us advanced." "It makes you fortunate," Kevin said, "but fortune and advancement aren't the same thing." Over the next months, Jasmine began to see her world differently. She attended treaty sessions, asked questions about conflicts and resolutions, and learned about the species beyond her empire's borders. She discovered that humanity, despite lacking the Luxarians' technological marvels or genetic perfection, had something her people had lost: resilience born from struggle, compassion forged in hardship, and strength earned through survival. When Kevin's diplomatic mission ended, Jasmine stood with him at his departure shuttle. "You've changed how I see everything," she told him. "My world, my role, my purpose." Kevin smiled, the scar on his face creasing. "Good, the galaxy needs more people willing to look beyond their own perfect gardens." "Will you come back?" Jasmine asked, surprising herself with a hope in her voice. "Diplomatic relations require regular check-ins," Kevin said with a slight grin. "Besides, someone needs to keep teaching you about the messy, complicated, beautiful reality outside these crystal walls." As his shuttle lifted into the purple sky, Jasmine touched her own unblemished face and made a decision. She would leave the palace, join the diplomatic corps, and learn what it truly meant to serve others. Perhaps she would never bear physical scars like Kevin, but she would earn her own marks of experience, invisible but equally transforming. The spoiled princess had finally seen what lay beyond perfection, and she would never be the same.